Well, hello.
Hello.
Hello. Hello, hello,
Well, hello,
hello.
y'all.
Hi.
How's y'all doing?
What's going on?
Hi.
Well, it's
Wait a
another.
minute.
I'm doing well. I'm doing fabulous.
Okay. So everything is like everywhere. So
Yes.
on my personal, both of my personals, I'm excited about that. Okay. Anyway.
Okay. We doing something?
Yes.
Is that what you're telling
Yes,
us?
yes. That's what I'm saying to you. I know people out there don't know what we're talking about, but yeah.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah.
Fantastic. But before all of that, I just got to get a little shoulder. I just
I
Ah,
mean,
mm, ah, ah,
you know.
mm,
Mm,
ah,
mm,
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 ah,
mm,
ah, mm, ah,
mm,
ah,
mm,
mm, ah,
mm,
ah,
mm,
mm, ah.
mm,
What's going on,
mm.
y'all? It's
it is
Thursday.
Thursday. It
We
is
we
our
were we were
time, our
here last
time,
week
our
on
time.
Friday,
Hey,
but we're
we're
back. We're
back.
doing it right. We're
Yes.
You
doing
know
it
what? I
right.
feel like this was a longer in between time for us coming back. I don't know why. Maybe I
Right.
don't know.
So weird, isn't
I
it?
think it's the time change.
Man,
How are you guys doing with the
Oh,
time
yes.
change?
you know what? I don't want to talk about the time change, and I don't want to talk about this rain. I hate them
Oh,
both.
no.
I hate
No,
them
neither
both.
one. Neither one. I'm
Cut it.
not
You know
even
what I'm talking?
interested.
We need to
No.
cut it. Hey,
Listen, the
Yes.
time change
I was
has
in.
really the time change really it really got me by a chokehold. Seriously,
Yes.
Okay.
'cause I for some reason I can't go to bed and then I
Mhm.
can't wake up. So it's like I'm defeated. It's I'm
Absolutely.
going to bed after one, and then I'm trying to wake up
Mm.
early, and it's not working out. Okay.
I'm
Yes.
telling you, the time change in this rain. I looked at the sky yesterday. I said, "Okay, God, we get it now. Okay,
Mm.
I get it now, God. Hey, come
Thank you for
on
the
now.
rain, Lord. Thank you for the rain, Lord.
Thank you
My
for the
my
rain, Lord."
plants, all of my plants, all of my beautiful things, they are happy and satisfied, but can we get a break,
Ooh,
please?
But my
Please.
babies are on the inside, so they're like, "Where's the sun, mommy? Where's the sun?"
Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
So yeah.
Absolutely.
Anyway, so you guys, besides the time change and all that good
Mhm.
stuff, how are
yes,
Mhm.
you? How's everything?
everything
Fantastic.
great. I can't complain. God is
Can't
At
good.
all.
complain.
No.
Okay, good. I'm
No.
happy that we're here. Thank you to whomever is tuning in to us. We hope that you enjoy the show. And yeah, ask us questions. If you have any questions for us, if you have any commentary that you want to say, go ahead and type it in the comment section.
Go ahead and
Okay.
type
Yes.
away. Go ahead and type away.
Yes.
But I really missed you guys. I really did, man. I'm so happy to be here.
I'm happy.
Oh,
Listen,
yay.
Yes.
I'm
though
glad
that
to be here
day
too.
that day that you were gone, we were like, wait a minute. This is
Man,
not no. This I
my
can't.
heart wheels go on. I was saying, here, far, wherever you are. And I know,
For sure.
man.
Listen, y'all.
Okay.
I want to thank you for y'all tuning in. I want to make one correction. We are episode 204. 204 is on the board. I know it's showing up as 203, but we have a repeat. But we're on we're 204, episode 204 tonight. We have a wonderful, wonderful show planned for you tonight. We are
Yes, we
talking
do.
to someone fantastic this evening. So please make sure you
Yes.
stick around for that interview later on tonight. Tonight's episode is Taking Control, Women Who Stand for Themselves. That's what we into tonight. All right. So once again, episode 204. And I just want to take a moment because, if this is your first time here with us, you might not know who we are. So let me just go
Yes.
ahead and introduce myself. My name is Britt. I'm also known B Baby. If you want to call me
Be
that, that is okay.
baby.
Hello,
Get it
y'all.
right. Get
Welcome.
it right.
And
Gotta
get
get
it
it right.
right. And my co-host to my left is Miss Boss Lady Marina Monet. And down below us is our man of the hour of the
That is
show,
Hey.
Mr.
Hey.
Samuel Peoples. Welcome, y'all. We're doing
Hey.
yes.
this show. We're making it real
Thank
live
you for the
tonight.
intro.
So those of you who are listening or those of you who are watching and tuning in, thank you so much for being here for our fourth episode of our season 2.
Already.
Wait,
We-
y'all like my wait, y'all check out the
I know.
tie-dye, baby.
Stop. I mean, stop.
Look
Okay, we
different,
know
you
you
know?
got a
We're tripling
tie-dye
it. I know,
sweater.
right? Don't do
Okay,
that.
we know you
I
got a
feel jealous.
tie-dye
I'm jealous. I'm
sweater.
jealous. So don't do
Okay.
that.
Hating
I got
much?
my shirt
Hating
on. That's all that matters.
That's okay. When I bring an entire box over there for you to create, then you're gonna be like, oh, okay.
No,
I'll
yeah,
pay
I got
you.
it.
I'll pay you.
I got it, baby.
Okay.
All right, y'all.
Multi-talented.
Yes, you are.
So we got some fun stuff to talk about tonight. So let's go
Okay.
ahead and get into it. Are y'all
Let's get
ready?
into it.
Are
Let's
y'all
get
ready
into
for
it.
our current industry news?
I'm ready.
I'm
I'm
ready.
ready.
Let's do it. Let's do it. All
Let's
right.
go.
So here we go. So as you should know, we are in the final week, you all. The final
I
week
know. It goes so
of
fast.
Women's History Month. It went by
It went
fast.
by
What
fast.
in the world?
Yeah,
Like
it did.
Black
That
History
was
Month
crazy
flew by.
fast.
Yeah.
That's how March
For
flew
Yeah,
real.
it
by.
did.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, it did. So you know, last week or 2 weeks ago, we went ahead and dropped some insider scoop, some stuff on you. I was very proud of that. We had some women in film History Month fun facts,
Yes,
and we're
we
going to
did.
go ahead and drop a new one on you this week in celebration of Women's History Month. And I just want to ask both of you: are you familiar with either one of these?
Yes, I am.
Yeah.
Okay.
All of them.
Okay.
Both of
Yes.
them.
All right. So we know I grew up on Terminator. Like, you know, my first experience with the Terminator movie was probably like in middle school, and it was such a creepy, scary, terrible,
Yeah.
terrifying. I was combining those two words,
Terrifying.
terrible.
Yeah. Terrifying. Yeah.
Terrifying idea of what the future could hold, right? And
Yes.
then
Very
years
scary.
later, I think we were maybe in the beginning of college when The Matrix dropped.
Yes.
And that was also a very
That was scary
terrifying
too.
version of the
Yeah.
future. That was
Yeah.
scary
For
too.
real.
Well, can you
Well,
guys imagine? I actually saw Terminator at the drive-in theater in LA on Vermont. So
Oh,
I
really?
actually,
oh wow.
yeah, we went to the movie. I never would forget that. I actually saw that in the movie theater. I think I probably was like 4 or 5 years old, but we actually went to the drive-in. So I remember seeing that in the movie theater and was scared as HE double hockey sticks.
Yeah, it was
Oh
scary.
really?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I went to the theater too to
Oh
see it, and it was scary.
wow.
Yeah. Yep.
That is like a cool way to watch that film. I
Yes.
didn't have that experience. I wish I would have. Maybe my nightmares wouldn't have been so bad. But for real, that's really cool.
Yes.
Now, I don't remember I know Home was the Terminator, and I think I might have seen The Matrix in theater.
Yeah.
But either way, they both were terrifying versions of something I wish never would happen.
Yeah.
Although we're currently experiencing this with AI and all
And
of
all
that
those
stuff. We're
things.
like
Yes.
at
Yes.
the tipping point of all of that. So it's
Yes.
interesting. But here's why I bring it up. Next person I want you to tell me if you know is this woman, Sophia Stewart. Are
Yeah.
you familiar with who
Let's talk
she is?
about it. Yeah, this is, yeah.
Let's get into it.
All right, Sophia Stewart. She is the author of a book by the name of The Third Eye,
Mm-hmm.
and her book came out in 1981.
Wow.
And she describes her book as the birth of the Terminator and the Matrix series,
Really?
the franchise. Now, the interesting thing about it is, she spent about 30 years, if I'm not mistaken. This is what, you can't trust the internet as
Right,
far as you can
right,
throw
right,
it.
right.
But about 20, 30 years of her life fighting for the rights to claim the Matrix franchise and the Terminator franchise as a part of her kind of body of work.
No.
Now, if you know anything about either one of those films, you know that Warner Brothers is kind of like the overarching body, that owns the rights,
Yeah.
and then
Yeah.
there's the Wachowski brothers, who are now the Wachowski sisters, and James Cameron, and respectively the Matrix series and the Terminator series, right?
Wait,
So
Wait.
wait. Can I
Wait.
ask a question? Wait,
yes,
Wait. Wait.
not
Wait.
not to get off subject, but let's go back to
what?
the brothers that were sisters. I mean, the sisters that's now.
Yeah. Yeah. That's
Yes,
where we're going back to.
Okay,
okay, okay. I don't have too
So
much
people,
information on
I
that.
so
got
the
confused.
audience
Like, hold
won't be
on.
confused. So the audience
Right,
won't be
right.
confused. Okay.
Okay. All right. So, in the early 90s, when The Matrix came out, the Wachowskis were brothers. They were both brothers.
They were men at
Now,
the time.
they
They
were
were
men
male.
at the time. Now they're both sisters. They're now
Oh wow.
women. So, just I'd want to
Transgender.
be appropriate. I don't want to misgender anyone because they're now
Identify as women.
identifying as women. So
Correct.
people may remember them as the Wachowski brothers, but they are now Wachowski sisters. And that's how they refer to themselves when they are presenting their works. So everybody's
Correct.
on the
Okay.
same. Okay. All
Okay.
right.
We're on the same page now. Back to our highlight of the month.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Appreciate it.
So a Stewart filed a lawsuit, and there's some people claiming that the lawsuit has been denied. They threw it out, is nothing to be discussed any further. And some people are claiming that, she's still fighting. There's still cases in Los Angeles, right here in Los Angeles, that are being deliberated, and she's suing them for $2.5 billion.
Oh,
Woo.
So,
So so she wrote this book in
yeah,
81.
right.
yeah.
And she was
It
also
was released. It was really.
it was
Mhm.
released when?
It was released. It was published 1981, but she wrote this book in the 70s, and she had gotten a lot of traction for it. She was like featured in some LA newspapers and magazines. And it was a really so here let me just give you a synopsis of the book, a very quick one, hopefully. All right, so The Third Eye is a science fiction novel that tells a story of a young African American girl named Natiki, who possesses psychic abilities and an advanced level of consciousness. Naturki is recruited by a secret organization called the Third Eye to help save humanity from a group of rogue artificial intelligence beings called the Sentinels, who seek to dominate and enslave humanity.
What?
Tell me that doesn't sound
Yeah.
familiar.
Yeah.
Okay, and that's just the first paragraph of the description. I don't want to read the whole
So,
thing. I would really hope this would inspire people to kind of go out and do more research and kind of get some more clarification for themselves. But
Yes.
this is kind of
This is very
interesting.
so
interesting.
so basically she's saying like, hey, these,
Y'all stole this from me.
yeah, pretty
Yeah,
much. You guys read my
yeah,
book and pretty much made a movie out of it. You did
yes,
not consult with
basically.
me.
Now here's the secondary interesting part, because the Wachowski brothers, and in connection to their lawsuit with Warner Brothers, they haven't really said anything. But James Cameron came out and he claims that he wrote Terminator well before he even knew about the book. But yet Terminator came out well
After
after
the book.
the book was released in 1981.
Wow.
So, I'm smelling
Mm,
a little fishy.
I
I
don't
don't
know.
know,
I don't
guys.
know. I don't know about that.
Maybe, yeah.
Yeah,
Maybe
I
it's just a
don't
big
yeah,
know.
coincidence, what they'll say. But I wonder what would
it could
their
be.
defense be in court if it gets to the courtroom.
Right,
Like
right,
what could you say?
What could
Like,
you
we
say?
produce documents saying that she did really wrote this way before,
right. And so as a writer, this is one of the reasons why this is very intriguing to me, and hopefully to others who are watching. Protecting your work is
I was just going to say
important.
that. Yes.
The right
Yes.
the scary part is being able to trust people, because
Mhm.
it is a collaborative, career. It is a collaborative
Right.
job to have. You
Correct.
really have to have people support you and want to, contribute as much as they can to make your work better.
Yes.
But this is kind of the example, a very, hardcore example, but an example of maybe somebody coming across a piece of work that is not being seen, and we don't know, she was just first time writer.
Yeah.
Maybe she didn't have good publication, her publishing, wasn't pushing the book, maybe. And Warner Brothers, an intern came across it and was like, ooh, this is gold.
Right.
Who knows?
Who knows
Who
how it
knows?
happens? But
But
the bottom line is you have to protect your work. I mean,
yes,
by any means necessary, protect your work. Go through all the lengths that you have to
yeah,
protect what's yours. And
absolutely.
even with the monologue room, I had to put something in writing, and you have to protect your idea. And I
Absolutely.
hate that this happened. I mean, we can't say that it's true or not, but sounds a little fishy to me.
Me
And
Yeah.
9 times out of 10, we already know.
Yeah. I mean, if you really look at the history of everything from back in the day and day one, they would have been stealing certain things from certain races. So
That's
it's
all the
nothing
time.
new. It ain't
Yeah.
nothing new. So I hope she get what she well deserved.
Well, before we jump, I do want to give Miss Stewart an opportunity to kind of talk to us about her work
Right.
for herself. So I have a clip prepared. Let's go ahead and play it now.
Okay.
You guys are living the prophecy. I prophesized while I was at USC, a degree in journalism, a double major in law and psychology. I prophesized The Matrix in the 80s. The Terminator did not come out to October the 26th, 1984. The Matrix did not come out into the national release March 30, 1990. I was already in the news. The Los Angeles Sentinel, 1981, June of 81. Sophia Stewart is going to come out with a science fiction, a Black science fiction. First of its Black leadership, Black leadership role. No Superman, the white man, Superman, Batman, Iron Man, Spider-Man, Rocky saving the world.
Wow.
But people of color all over the world being a major part in saving the world. We are all one. God's children.
Right.
You bleed red blood.
Right.
And when the machines down, what do they have? Blue and black ink.
Wow.
And when you got graded in school, it could not be changed if the teacher marked it with a red mark or a red pen. But if she marked your grade D with the blue or black ink, you could go up there and you could complain and your grade. Same thing when you go to court. When you bring your complaint in, the clerks mark it with a red check. Red means that it cannot be changed. So the red and blue pill, if you take the red pill, you see how deep the rabbit hole of truth goes. You keep digging and looking and searching. And you take the blue pill, you just go to sleep and you enjoy the lie and you kill for the lie, just like Cypher did. He was eating much, but he wanted to live like people do today. A lot of people kill to stay in the light. They take the blue pill instead of the red pill and see how deep the rabbit hole goes of truth.
Wow. Wow. So
yeah.
So take the blue pill.
The blue pill.
Wow.
Yes.
Wake up they said wake up in the bed. I thought that was funny because you usually go to sleep in the bed. And you put in there, wake up in your bed, and everything's the same. You know.
Well, wake up means in the bed means waking up consciously.
Okay.
You know, are you dreaming or are you in reality?
Right.
Do you see what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Or are you in a simulation or are you in reality?
Okay.
Wow.
Come on.
Yeah.
Are you
Exactly.
in a program? Are you in a program right now, being programmed?
Right.
Or have you come out of the program and reality and consciousness and being consciously aware of your construct? It's quite simple, red and blue.
Uh-huh.
If, like I said, we're talking about man versus the machines.
Right.
What I reckon coming of the Christ consciousness, the evolution of consciousness and machines. You see, the man has created what H.G. Wells, being the visionary, he was born in the Iron Age. He saw, I'm born in the digital age. The Terminator is wrapped in flesh, killed but cannot be killed. Look at shame. He's going to kill, terminate. Beginning of the epic, the oracle's prophecy that a baby is going to be born. And this baby is going to take out the machines in the future.
Mm.
And the rebellion or the revolution is going on right now in the future. It's present, past, present, and future time travel. So you look at the Terminator, it's in the past. So when you see the Matrix future, the revolution is going on, and they know this woman is going to have this, going to destroy the future, and they have to time travel to kill one of the rebels that's in the future battling the machines. Right and right has to go time travel to save her. So look at the Terminator now. Terminator end time revelations, where the prophecy is by the oracles. 1,000-year-old Latin word for the woman's womb, her stargate, her portal, to bring babies into this earthly domain.
I mean,
Whoa.
if you ask
Whoa.
me, that's heavy.
Wait. So, wait a minute.
Yeah.
Whoa. The
Mhm.
breakdown of what she had already had in place, had in mind, that's taking place
Mhm.
in these movies that we watched.
Yes.
That much detail? Come on.
Ooh, that's making me want to find.
Like I said,
I would like want to find this.
yeah, like I said, I hope this inspires people to go and at least look at her book. You know, pick up her
Yes, I'm
book,
gonna go pick
read
this
it
up.
for yourself, because based on what the synopsis talks about, it's even deeper. Like, it's what the movies represent, especially as they separated the two of them to be these totally separate stories, is heavy, right? But if you were to put them back together, the story that they both tell simultaneously is
Right.
even more
It's
mind-boggling.
more mind-blowing with the jumping and the time traveling and
Yes.
then creating the baby that's going to happen in the future that you have to try and time travel and kill. Like, all of
Yeah.
this was her brain baby. For her mindset
Yeah.
to be there in the 70s, one, for her to be a Black female, for her
Yes,
to for
Yeah.
her to for her to bring scientific movies into a book. I mean, this is just mind-blowing to me. One,
Okay.
we always find that they steal things from us. I'm just gonna say that,
yes.
and we can move on. We're gonna support
I see you
Sophia.
too.
We support
Yeah.
Sophia Stewart, and we
Yes.
don't know anything to be true. This is alleged. We're gonna start saying allegedly,
Yes.
like
Yeah,
all the other shows.
Yeah.
This
right.
is alleged. And so yes, let's support Miss Sophia Stewart and stay on top of this so we can find out what's going on. But to beat
Absolutely.
WB, is it Warner Brothers?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Warner Brothers. Yes.
I don't know. Okay,
It's
child,
it's very it's very intriguing. I would have to say, to not see that her passion, even if you haven't read the book, to
Yeah,
yes,
listen to her talk about
yes, you
what
can
she was
hear it.
trying to get across with her
Yes,
book, and the fact that the book itself really is like, the language she uses is
correct.
almost, lines up
Identical.
directly. it's very interesting, and you know, it's unfortunate that where we were and where unfortunately now where we currently are in some cases,
Yeah.
you know, this still occurs, or this still
Still,
can occur. I mean, it's still happening to her now. She hasn't resolved this. No one has justified her claim. You know, there is a lot of people denying that this is even possible. Why would these great, you know, this great network, this great entertainment hub seek to take from her? But come on,
Right.
and we know,
Right.
you
Like,
know. And I
really?
was reading something that says she was in contact with the FBI. The FBI got involved.
No.
Someone was telling her, like some folks were telling her specifically that, hey, you lost or you're going to lose because
That's a big fight.
I'm gonna just be honest. LA is one of the most corrupt,
Absolutely. We know it.
you know,
yeah. And then you talk about
and
money.
these,
Money
they're in their
talks.
pocket.
One thing we're going to
Mhm.
do here on this show, guys, is tell the truth.
Yes.
And
We're
if
gonna,
you
yeah,
don't like it, sorry. We
at
don't need
least
to
present
offend
it. At least
anyone.
present it.
Yeah.
You know, present it in a way where it's not biased. It's
Correct.
unbiased opinion. You know,
But like
when
you
we give our
said,
movie
we're gonna
critique,
use the
that's a
word
biased opinion.
allegedly
But this stuff
because
is just, we're letting you get the information as you see fit, and you could go out and do more research. This is just real interesting
We
to
have
us.
some people popping in. I'm watching from
Yes.
Facebook.
yes.
We have people
Yes.
popping in.
Hello. Hello.
We have Steph Gilmore. He's actually chiming in. We have Lauren Washington watching. We have
Hello,
Lakeisha
Lauren.
Washington.
Welcome.
So Malachi said, which is Steph, he said WB is a big machine with powerful people in place to protect it all at all costs,
Yeah.
which is
Yeah.
It's
so
money.
true. That
Yes.
I
Absolutely.
I
True.
hate to say it, but there's such a big machine, like he said.
Mhm.
There's no possible way, I don't know, for her to win unless they feel in their heart they know that they're
Yeah.
wrong. I don't even know if
Yeah.
they'll do that.
And I just feel she don't have the type of money that
No.
WB and the sisters have.
Mhm.
And to me, that's a
It
big
is a
fight.
big
It's gonna
fight.
be something.
You're right.
But I do want to get her book, and I do want to read it because I'm trying. This has me intrigued now because it's just like, why am I just now
Right,
hearing about this?
exactly.
And these movies are older than my, brothers and
Right.
sisters.
No,
You feel
true.
me? So
I was only 2 years
Very true.
old. Okay, we can spend
yeah,
time and time on this. Let's move
Yeah,
on.
we
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 need to
can
move
talk
on.
about this. We're definitely going to be definitely going to be doing some things in the future where
Yes.
we'll get on and we'll just shoot the breeze and talk about things like this on a separate day, because these things are really interesting and really, you know, I think a lot of people could share their opinions and get in the comments with us and talk some stuff out. But for sure,
Yeah.
I definitely want to talk about this more. So let's
Let's give
move
it up for Miss
on
Stewart
to our
then.
next thing.
Let's give it
Yeah,
up for Miss
Miss
Stewart.
Stewart, thank you for standing up for yourself. Thank you for
Yes.
not letting people deny you. You know, the fact that you are still fighting for yourself. After all of these years, you know what you did, you know what you wrote, and they could deny all day long
Yeah, but the truth is the
that this
truth.
isn't something that you thought of or created. And if it's just inspired by it, they should at least say, yeah, I was inspired by this.
Correct.
yeah,
You know,
and
that would be the
acknowledge
fair
her
thing to do.
songs.
Correct.
So I appreciate you, and you
Yeah,
definitely someone I admire, just because, number one, you're taking back your time, you're taking up your space, you making yourself big, and you are a writer who was creating something in a genre that Black women, especially of that time, was not being seen in. So, you know, future Afrofuturistic
Yes.
works of art is something that I love. So I am very, very happy to
Kudos.
share
Yes.
Sophia Stewart. All right.
and
So
it's funny to me because the proof is in her book. The book
yeah,
was
Yeah.
yeah, for
written in
sure.
the 70s.
Yeah.
So why are we even having this discussion about not us not
Right.
paying, but
Just give her her
why is this
money.
even a thought that she won't
Just give
win?
her her money
Because
and go
just give her the
give
money
her her
so we
money
can
and go
move
away
on.
silently. Okay, we're gonna move on to the Oscars because we're gonna stay on Sophia.
Yes.
Let's move to
Yes.
Oscar.
So let's moving right along. Let's get into these Oscars. Y'all remember these
Yeah,
Oscars?
bring her up.
Ooh-wee.
Bring it up. Bring it up. Because I
Bring it
just
up. All right. Well,
bring it up.
before we get into that, I just take a moment because this is something as a part of
Okay. All right.
what
All
I
right. I'm
love.
excited.
It's a
And I
huge
love
deal
stuff like
in
this.
the
I'm too
film
excited.
industry, and so the Academy Awards has a very long history. The
Yes.
first Academy Award was in 1927, and the really interesting
1920.
part about it is the very first one was literally a dinner. It wasn't this gala or this extravagant. Let's see what they wearing, who's
Right.
how much money they got on them tonight. It wasn't
Right.
all of that.
Right.
It was literally just film film folks getting together to celebrate each other. And the
Yeah.
first one I think was like a few minutes. It was like 15 to 30 minutes long. So it was
Wow.
not 2.5,
Wow.
3 hours.
Right. 3
Can we,
hours.
can we,
Okay.
hello? um, and that took place at the page in Hollywood, which is really cool seeing that old
Pantages
photo.
Theater.
This is one of the photos from inside one of the first presentations. And MGM was the major network that the Academy Awards, and it was
Yeah.
just really simple. It was simple. It was a simple thing. You know what I'm saying? But nowadays, it's not. And it's so interesting because I wanted to introduce this gentleman, Oscar Michaud. This
Yeah.
guy is the first Black indie filmmaker, and I often wondered why there was a different title, like there was a nickname, because I knew it as the Academy Awards, and I would always get it confused. I
Yeah.
thought there were two different award ceremonies. I thought the Oscars was something different from the Academy Awards.
Right.
Here we are.
Yes.
You guys, here
Well,
we are once again.
let me say this. I often also
Mhm.
question, okay, I do that a lot with a lot of things. Where did this name come from? Let me look it up, all the origins, background. I want to know. But TikTok,
We
Yeah.
spilling tea tonight. We spilling tea tonight. I just want
TikTok,
everybody to know.
TikTok is where I'm
Mhm.
learning a whole lot of things. But
Okay.
like I don't know, maybe I don't know. It's been a while since
Mhm.
I saw the video that I saw, and I believe it's either YouTube
Yeah.
or TikTok. And I believe
Mhm.
it's YouTube first.
Okay. Okay.
But I ran
Right. Right.
across the video of Oscar, this
Mhm.
man right here,
Yes.
and
Okay.
how they named the Oscars after this man right here. Okay, let's get into it. Let's
Yes.
talk about
Okay.
this.
Oscar Michaud was born 1884 and passed in 1951. He was an author, filmmaker, and entrepreneur who is considered one of the most important figures in African American cinema to date. Okay, he was born in Illinois, and he was born to a farming family in Kansas. So they were moving around a bit. When he
Yes,
turned, I think he during his either teens or early 20s, he moved to Chicago and he began writing novels based on his experiences as a homesteader in South Dakota. So in 1919, he founded the Michaud Film Corporation and began producing films based on his novels. One of his most preeminent films to date is Homesteader. He actually went around to Hollywood and pitched Homesteader to all the major corporate companies at the
Wow.
time, and
yes,
nobody wanted anything to do with him. So he actually took it upon himself. He first time directed, first
yep,
time wrote,
yep,
first time produced.
yep,
He casted himself. He was actually the lead actor in it himself.
yes,
He did everything. He's like us. He's
yes.
he's the blueprint
He did
basically.
He is
Okay,
everything.
the blueprint. Let's
so
say that again. He is the
he's the
blueprint
blueprint.
for making it
He started
Yeah,
it
happen. He
all.
made
yeah,
it happen for himself. Now,
and
I'm sorry. Go ahead. Go
no,
ahead. Go ahead.
and
I'm sorry.
so when this film premiered, it garnered one of the largest crowds. It was basically a blockbuster hit.
Yeah.
blockbuster.
Wow.
Yeah.
So this guy is
See, that's what
awesome.
kills me about the Oscars and all of that. They don't pay homage to people like
Yeah.
him, and that's why I be
Well,
boycotting
see,
sometimes because they're
that's
not
the
right.
trick.
But
That's
see, the
that's the.
thing.
Mhm.
Go ahead.
Well, I'll just say this really quickly. That's the psych out. That's the trick, because the the Academy Award of Merit, the ceremony, is nicknamed
Mhm.
the Oscar. So
The
they
Oscars,
are
yeah.
paying homage to him, but we just don't know it.
But people don't know it.
We didn't know it. Yeah.
That's the trick.
This colored people don't know about this. Now,
Yeah.
if you want to go look this up,
I didn't know
if you
about
want to
this.
go look this up, you can even type in Dick Gregory.
Yeah.
Dick Gregory has a video
A
on.
lot of information on him.
Yes. So if you don't know who Dick Gregory is, I can't teach you about Dick Gregory. Go look up Dick Gregory yourself. You
Yeah.
should know Dick Gregory if you
Yeah.
Everybody should know who Dick Gregory is.
Now go look up Dick Gregory and look up this man right here. He is.
Yes, you're a little overweight. You should know who he is.
Oh, stop it.
Listen. So he produced how many films?
So over his career, he has 40 films. 40 films.
40
Yes.
films.
And with no backing
No,
from.
under his own production company. Yes.
Wow.
And you said he's the what? The blueprint.
He's the blueprint.
The blueprint, baby.
Yes.
He is the blueprint, the black print, the purple print, the orange print, and the white.
Let me read something from the comments. Malachi, where Stephen said, "Hey, y'all on it." He said, "Speaking of Oscars, anyone seen Dick Gregory breakdown of the real Oscars?" So we just talked about that.
Right.
Yes. So yeah, people are paying attention of what's going on.
Yes.
Anyway, I'm sorry. Go ahead. I'm sorry to cut you off.
So with that, I just wanted to give some context of the Oscars. It's a really fantastic, award ceremony. I understand the importance of it, being that I'm in the industry, and I, to be honest, want to create, and being awarded by my peers is something that I aspire to, but not necessarily for like the fanfare, right? I just want people to like what I do, and be interested in it and want to watch it, or want to give me
Yes.
feedback, or how can I do this better?
Yes.
But I do understand the importance and the intrigue and the kind of the clamoring over being able to be awarded an Oscar.
Yes. I do.
I don't want to say it's not an important thing, because it is in the industry. But it's really about the craftsmanship, the love for the craft of filmmaking that really inspires me, and to be able to know this, that kind of gives me more inspiration and aspiration to kind of do it the way Mr. Michaud has done it.
Correct.
Do it
Correct.
when people tell you no.
Correct.
And maybe one day they'll be calling an award the Brit. You know what I'm saying?
Right. No, and you know what? It's so funny because I think we had this conversation about, like, me. I really wanted to create something. I really wanted to be rewarded with an Oscar and other awards that the film industry has. I wanted that so bad, and then I started to think, like, not why, but we are made to believe that our craft is not as important if we don't receive an Oscar, or if we don't receive all of these other accolades. And that is not true, because as you can see, we have some great actors and actresses that of color that time and time again prove their craft is A1, but still get those awards snatched right from up under them. And it's hurtful to see. And I think I told you, I said, well, I have an idea of my own award show. So I need some investors.
No seats available. I'll make my own table.
That's why I always wondered when it came to who picks the winners, who is in charge of that. Like how where do they determine
Yeah.
what's the lady that just won?
Oh yeah, we're gonna get into that.
Okay. We're
Yeah,
actually let's go ahead and get into
yeah,
that.
let's
So
get into it.
speaking perfectly to that point, Marina, people being overlooked or ignored or passed over. We gotta talk about it.
Yeah, we
We
do.
gotta talk about it.
We do.
You know,
Let's
Somebody
go
said
ahead and
listen.
something
bring
about
Auntie.
mahogany.
Let's bring Auntie in the room. Come on, Auntie.
Hey,
Hey,
Steph
Auntie,
Auntie.
said the Mahogany
mahogany,
We love
Awards.
you,
Yes, Steph, I
Auntie.
love it.
the
We
mahogany
love you,
Yes.
award.
Auntie, with that purple on, looking like
Yeah.
royalty, baby. We love you.
Hey, Auntie.
Right. Right. I
So
just I have to say, uh, Jamie Lee Curtis.
Oh,
I'm
Jamie
so
Lee
happy
Curtis.
for you. This award season. You're the lady to beat this year. And as much as we all have our opinions, you know, we gotta you got the award. You got it.
yeah,
Okay. Uh,
Yes.
but at the same time, we see what's happened to someone who has given so much to her career, and it feels like an attack. And I'm going to be honest,
I'm with
when
you.
you have people saying, how she reacts to this, which can be taken as a slight, it can
correct.
be taken as
Yeah.
overlook, it can be and call her names and
Yeah,
say she's not graceful and say she's not, she's a sore loser. And i think
Yeah.
i think for somebody to have given so many years of their career, and
So
and
many.
let's
Done
just say
played everybody.
let's just do the what aboutism, what if.
She done played everybody.
Right. Let's just do the what if. What if the shoe was on the other foot?
correct.
What if, Angela did win, and we all have our reasons why we think she should have won,
Hmm.
and Jamie didn't, or any of the other women who were on that same nomination board with her,
Yeah,
you know, how would that have been? Like, what if it was Jamie and Angela sitting there and some new girl won?
right,
You know,
right.
like would we
Jamie
have
was
some question? Would we have some statement about how either of them,
But
you know,
but
Jamie was shocked herself. She said
right.
she didn't knew she was shocked.
but the
She didn't.
backlash comes from the camera panning.
Come on, say
The
it.
camera panned directly to Angela. Now, if you
On
can't agree
purpose.
with me, I don't
Yeah.
know what world you live in, but I think it was done on purpose. I'm just gonna speak my
That was
truth.
done on
Listen,
It
purpose.
I'm
was
gonna tell y'all
it was
something.
panned on Angela for a specific reason because they already know how Angela was going
They
to receive that.
react.
I'm sorry. And look,
I'm
Amen.
gonna
we are often asked, I'm sorry, I always bring up race. I know I'm sorry, I'm just pro-black like that. I'm sorry. We are
it's okay.
often taught to
Yes.
suppress how we feel.
Yeah.
And that
Yes.
means not talking about it nor showing your emotion. And
Yes.
unfortunately, her emotions got the best of her that night. And it's
I believe so.
okay.
Yeah.
I
It's
did
different.
said, oh, well, I think Auntie maybe should have clapped. But that's my
Right.
opinion. She didn't
True.
feel like that at that moment. So let
True.
her process what is going on. She had to process it. I'm sorry if other people would, got up and clapped and all that. Because her husband got up and clapped.
Her husband
Her
got up and
husband got
clapped.
up and clapped. He sure did.
Let me if I can
Yeah.
interject, I have to say two things. It's one directed to my understanding of cameramen. Okay.
Yes.
Mhm.
So I work with a lot of
Yes, I
cameramen.
know.
My profession.
Yes.
Some of these guys who work on set,
Yes.
they have side jobs. They work at these centers. They work at these, sporting arenas. They
Yes.
work at these Hollywood events.
Yes.
They do that stuff on
On
purpose.
purpose.
On
Yes.
purpose. They knew.
They have
They
people in
knew.
their
They
ear
knew.
telling them what to do. Okay, if you don't believe me, watch a sporting event. If there's some drama happening at a sporting event, one of them dudes is catching it.
Listen.
Even if it doesn't show up on your TV. Listen to
Yeah,
me.
they catching it.
Listen. They were
Somebody's
like,
in the booth. telling them where to point the camera. Okay.
Listen,
The
we
second,
know this to be
yeah.
true. Hey, if you guys
Okay.
are watching this video, you guys share, like, and subscribe and like our
Yeah.
channel
Please,
and
please.
share
Yeah.
it with your friends and family. But let me tell
In
you
the comments,
how the director
tell me
was.
if you've noticed that
The
at
director was
sporting
like this.
events, how they be
Pan to
catching stuff.
Angela.
Please.
Pan to Angela. Pan to Angela.
Oh yeah.
Pan to Angela. I already know that's how they were.
This is how you'll know what I'm telling you is true, because I thought it was so odd. I didn't watch the show. I didn't watch a lot of the clips after. It was maybe like a full week of the following Sunday.
Yeah.
I got online and we watched together. My mom and I watched,
Yeah.
and they cut to Angela, and she had it. For me, the way I saw her face, it was painful to
It
see
was
her.
hurt.
No, for
Thank you.
me,
She
like
was hurt.
watching her, because she
Yes.
was
It was
holding her
painful.
face. She was actually
Yes.
holding her face, and it looked painful. And then they cut to her husband, and I was like, "Wait, why are they cutting to him?" I thought they were going to cut to somebody else, and like another person, but they cut to her husband. I was like,
I
"Oh,
think they
okay,
really cut to the
okay,
husband to show the
okay,
dynamic between the two.
yes,
And you can
yes,
They
even
know what they're
even
doing.
panning to her.
I believe all that was already predestined. They knew she wasn't winning.
yeah,
You can't tell me that stuff is not already pre-done. You know, I may be saying the wrong. They knew Angela. Oh.
Of course. Of course.
Yeah.
I think we read and went over the background of how they vote, and who knows, who doesn't know.
Yeah.
It's like two people that supposedly only knows who's winning per se.
Yeah.
I don't know, but
Listen,
it seemed to me that
if
yeah.
if you have been
Eat that
watching
popcorn.
any award ceremony over the last few years, you will know that they have to create drama.
Yes.
Yeah.
But the thing that is bothering me the most is at whose expense.
So we have somebody asking, what's the topic? We're talking about the
Yeah.
Oscars right now, and we're talking about Angela Bassett lost with
For
Jamie
best supporting. And here,
actress.
I want to end on this, and we want to move ahead.
Yes.
I'll end on this. The reason why I brought this up, especially in talking about the Oscars, is because it was baffling to me that this was the talking point.
Yes.
And I forgot to put her graphic up, but we're talking about best supporting actress.
Yeah.
And we're talking about somebody, the national news for about 2 weeks straight,
Right.
almost 2 weeks now, has been considering a loser.
Right.
And yet we are not talking about the winner of the night for the female category, which is Michelle Yeoh.
Yes.
And that made me so mad.
Yes.
It made me so mad that, this woman has been just as long in the industry, creating firsts, which is unsightly.
Right.
Like, why are we still creating first at this point? 100 years? It's 95 years y'all been doing this, and y'all still creating first. And Michelle Yeoh won Best Actress.
So
and we're not paying attention to that.
First,
That pissed me off the
95
most.
years. That's
so
crazy.
Yeah.
I believe you said that this controversy between the two of them canceled out
Her.
Michelle Yeoh.
Michelle
Yeah.
Yeoh.
That's my
Michelle Yeoh, yes.
Let's give it up for Michelle Yeoh for winning.
Yes.
Michelle, yeah.
She deserves it, because all of this is nonsense, unnecessarily, if you ask me.
Yeah.
If nobody else should be being celebrated, it's Michelle Yeoh.
Absolutely.
Jamie Lee Curtis, you got it. This
Yeah.
is excellent.
Excellent.
But we're not even celebrating her, really. We
No.
over here talking about Angela. Now, if it wasn't a thing, we wouldn't be talking about
Absolutely.
it. But y'all know
Absolutely.
clearly it's a thing, because y'all making a huge deal out of this woman not standing or not clapping or having a smile on her face
not smiling,
versus like jumping up and down.
Correct.
Like, come on,
Okay.
guys.
All right.
Anywho,
Anywho.
so let's move along. Let's move along. We got a little more drama on the boards. We got to talk about this dude. We're going to do it very quickly so we
Quick.
can get to the end.
Quickly.
Isaiah Washington.
Yes.
You guys, he's
He
quitting acting. He's done.
He done.
He claims he's retiring. He's heading into actor's retirement early.
He
I
done.
don't know what that means.
I mean,
I didn't know there was
popcorn.
a time he needed to clock out.
He's done. He said, "I'm out of here. I'm tired
out of
y'all."
here.
He's
All right.
tired of
So
y'all.
he's tired of you guys. This is a direct quote from his.
I'm tired of y'all.
Oh man, where is his? Okay, so this is a direct quote from his Twitter. He says, "It's with a heavy heart and a sense of relief that I am announcing my early retirement from the entertainment industry today. Those who have been witnessing my journey here on Twitter," that's what he called it,
Right.
"since
Oh, wow.
2011, all know that I have fought the good fight." Interesting. But it seems that the haters, provocateurs, and the useful idiots have won.
I would say to me like he's going through something.
Fighting words right there.
So look,
Mr. Washington is out of here.
Let me read two comments from Facebook.
Okay.
Yeah.
Key Ephraim, hi Key, hey girl, that's my boo. She said, "Good, he needs to focus on his mental health." One.
Oh.
And then Steph Malachi said he recently burned his NAACP membership card.
Wait, like he actually threw it in the fire?
He actually threw it in the fire, I guess.
So maybe it's something going on with him mentally. I mean, I'm with Keenan.
Now, let me say this. Let me say this.
Wow. Okay.
Before the incident that Isaiah had with Grey's Anatomy.
Yes.
Was something wrong with him then? Before then?
Wow.
Have we heard any backlash about him before that? I'm just trying to figure out where it started, where it stemmed from. Has he always been one of those actors that are really a headache, but no one said anything about it until Grey's Anatomy? Or did all this stem from him saying what he said during when he was on Grey's Anatomy?
Well, Boss Lady, can you go to the comments? Because some people have some really good comments up in there too, and why he did what he did and things like that. Can you read those?
So Key Ephraim, she's on the inside. She knows inside.
Oh,
you know inside.
Okay.
Okay. So Key said, like I said, I've met him. Sat down and had dinner with him, etc. She said, I know, sis. I know him. He ain't got to know me. I know he know. And then Malachi says, I believe the reason he did because NAACP didn't back reparations for colored people. And yes, he put the lighter to it and burned it.
Ooh, okay.
So that's something that I did not know.
I didn't know.
Yeah. Okay.
See, I'm loving this show today because tonight this is really giving me some information that I did not know. Thank you, Key.
Yeah.
Thank you, Steph, because this is good
stuff. And for Key to really actually have a face-to-face sit down and it's some tea. Okay, we can move on from here.
Oh, listen. I just, people are people, and we have these unfair attachments to people who be on our screen. So, I just want to support the worker, the actor, the artist, right?
Yeah.
So I can have my opinion about the stuff he says when he's not on camera and somebody's yelling action.
Yeah.
But this dude is trying to eat. Okay, so to get off of ragging on him.
I don't think that's ragging on him. I think that's just somebody's truth. You know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely. People have issues. We all got a little thing going on.
We don't know him personally, but I do love him on P Valley.
Exactly, right? He's fantastic on P Valley.
Yeah, he did.
So this
I just hope he
gentleman,
got some money
Mr.
saved so he
Isaiah,
can
huh?
come back.
Yeah, yeah. Mr. Isaiah, I'm gonna assume what happened was he tried to reignite his career, and he produced and starred in the film called Corsicana.
Corsicana.
And I love it because it is another telling or another version of an iconic black Western lawman. If anyone knows who Bass Reeves is, he's the first Deputy United States Marshal in the States. Okay, so like this is a very important historical telling that more and more people should know more and more about. So anytime a movie is created about this person, he's not a character.
Mhm.
This person, I want to support them, and I want to support actors, and I want to support,
Yeah.
especially if they are like me, a person of color who is just trying to make it out here. So regardless of the not, whatever craziness he did, said, whatever mistakes he's made, we all deserve to be forgiven for our mistakes if we apologize,
If
right?
we
If we are
apologize. Yes.
sorry for those mistakes.
Yes.
So Corsicana is basically his last film, if it's this true, if he's done. And so I want to support him. This is
It's
the
his
trailer for that.
last film. Do you think it's going to be his last film?
I don't know.
Or do you think
What do
people
you
do stuff
want?
for attention, you know?
That ain't no way to greet visitors.
Just keep on riding.
I don't think so, ma'am. We're gonna stay for a while.
Down in this gang, hired, terrorize and kill anybody that get in there with.
I assume you're a lawman?
Federal marshal.
Living again now.
Wherever this dollar ball goes, he leaves trail of bodies behind. Men, women, children. They rode it around there and started shooting. If I don't stop him, I will have blood on my hands. I found this on the boy. He's been putting them on the victims. Your wife for this. I want my posse to stop him.
You know I'm ready to ride.
Leave California. Oh, sharpshooter.
Do you understand what it feels like to not know if you're hurt, dead, or alive?
Why did you become a preacher man?
I'm a killer.
We all kill Sam, and some men just need killing.
A simple flank and shoot maneuver. You hit them from front as soon as they get through Eagle Pass. Get the job done. Get the Hell Brothers land. Get back.
You feel that? He's coming.
Can I kill him now?
Who are you? Bass Reeves.
So listen,
Wow.
much respect. That's all I got to say. I
Was
mean,
that Stacey
yeah,
Dash?
yeah.
I was just about to
Stacey
say
Dash
that
was
was.
in there. I didn't know she was in there.
Yeah.
Okay, that's a whole nother
Yeah,
that's a
that
whole
was
nother- that's a whole nother
I
All
topic.
right.
need to watch that all over again so I can pay attention to Stacey Dash.
Let's move
Yeah,
on.
buddy.
We want you guys to stay with us
Moving-
until we have our live interview with our guest. Dominique is coming up, so we want to keep it going so we can bring her in shortly. Let's move on from
Yes. So moving right along. As usual, we got to give you something to do coming up, right?
yes.
So at the very end of the show, we'll give you some jobs and stuff. But right now, we want to make sure you find yourself in front of your TV and watching something real good. All right. So what we got
Yes.
coming up is 1001.
Yes, I can't wait to see.
Yo, listen.
I can't wait.
This is about to be okay. This is starring Tiana Taylor and a A.V. Rockwell independent film. It's already won. I believe it won at. I think it won at South by Southwest. I don't quote me on that, but it's already won its first award for its independent premiere. Whichever festival it premiered at first, it's already won. So I'm excited. Tiana Taylor,
excited.
when she first appeared in Medea, I don't remember which one it was with the Byron. I knew she was committed. I knew she was committed. You know, like she got ate up. She got ate up for that.
Yes.
And she stuck it through. She is now on my most hated, most loved list because she got to work. She got to work and hang out with Spike Lee, and he has been training her. He has been like, he took her under a wing for a little bit. Man, I'm so jealous, but I'm very excited for her. She's got directing under her belt.
Right.
She's got lead actress at this point now.
Came a long
Come
way
on,
since
you know, Tiana Taylor's out here. Byron, she's out here killing it.
If you don't know nothing about me, I love Spike Lee.
Yes,
and I love Tiana Taylor. So when I saw the video when she was talking to him, and I knew something was I knew they were working on something. But to see Tiana Taylor come from Sweet 16 on MTV, you know, being the singer and dancer that she is, and also being the director and of commercials, and also being the lead actress in this movie now, and also in the other films that she's been in. I mean, kudos to Tiana Taylor for being just overall multi-talented artist.
Absolutely.
I big ups to you, Tiana Taylor. And
what I love
you for it all.
Like she can take anything and make it her own. Like she went from Byron into something that's behind the scenes making it happen. So I give it all.
Yeah, to you, I think she is an overall artist, and I just cannot wait to support her and the other cast members and everyone that was a part of this project. 1001. I really can't wait to see this movie.
Absolutely. So let me go ahead and quickly give you the synopsis of the film, and then we're going to check out this trailer. All right. So after an unapologetic and fiery, loyal Inez kidnaps her son, Terry, from a foster care system, mother and son set out to reclaim their sense of home, identity, and stability.
Yes.
In a rapidly changing New York City, unapologetic and free-spirited Inez goes with her 6-year-old son, Terry, from foster care system, holding on to their secret and each other. Mother and son set out to reclaim their sense of home, identity, and stability. It's just repeating itself. But this is a beautiful mother and son story taking place in New York. And I really like, this feels like movies we watched.
Yes.
When we were little, and honestly, what made me love filmmaking. Like really, not just watching film, because that's it's a very different thing. Like watching film back in the day, I love watching movies, I love watching TV, but like loving the filmmaking process. This feels like the way they wrote and the way they put this trailer together specifically.
The way they shot this. The
cinematic experience,
the texture of it, it puts you in, it gives you a nostalgic feel about it. And that's why it's like, this is what we, you know, this is the type of the movies that we grew up on, or we're used to, and not this new age type of, you know, texture of film. But okay, go ahead, and you can go ahead and
so let's go ahead and check out the trailer.
It's this whole city, but they're not breaking us up this time. I got the perm, the weed. I thought she moved. You know I was in Rutgers. I really missed you, girl. Yeah, and apparently these roots too. What you been doing? What you been doing? Nothing. Yes, the roots mix you too. Terry, let me see you. I'm staying out of trouble this time. Tell me more about your foster mother. You like her? Would it make you feel better if you came and stayed with me?
Yeah.
All right, we're gonna go to Harlem, where I grew up at. The city had him. He's not supposed to be with me.
Can't you get locked up for
Not
that?
if you keep it to yourself.
Where's my
It's gone. But you wouldn't have liked him anyway. I got somebody else in mind. Terry, I want you to meet Lucky. Lucky's gonna be moving in with us.
For how long?
Damn.
You better get that chip off your shoulder. I know you hear me. You are my mother. Yay.
You a blessing. For your mom especially. You getting older now. Time for you to start thinking for yourself.
Daryl's a very bright kid. Have you thought about MIT, Harvard?
Something's gonna happen. I can feel it.
Is your mother home?
Maybe it's time to give him some of the answers that he's been looking for.
Is Daryl your real name? Have you told anyone else about this?
No, I'm scared.
When are you going to realize that you are enough?
I go to war for you. You know that? Against this whole city. But they not breaking us up this. I see somebody who needed me. Maybe I'm the one who needed you.
Yo, I'm already in tears over here, and let me say, Bucky, you all right? You all right?
You good?
Oh, that touched my heart. Look my eyes. I'm serious.
Listen, and the love entrance that she gets with his name is what is his name? Walker? No, that's not his name. I like him.
Oh,
I can't think of his name.
Yeah.
But
I
like
think of
him.
his name. I'm so sorry.
Listen, I know. I think his name is William. But he,
Catlett.
William
Catlett. Yes, that's there's name right here.
So
thank you.
So during my time at Dominguez, during my theater program, there were several web series. I mean YouTube series, right?
Yes.
And he was in one of them. He was like the star in one of them, and that's how I found out about him before he even hit television. I found out about him on YouTube, and he is one of those actors that I will follow. And he's good. He's good.
Yes.
So,
that is going to be a good movie.
Absolutely.
So good.
We'll be watching that on the 31st. I don't know if it's going to be on the 31st, but
I will definitely be seeing that. You guys go and support this film. Okay. And we want to hear all about it when you go and support. We want to know all about how you feel about it. Thank you for playing that clip. That was good.
I know, man. The first time I saw that trailer, I was like, yo, this is nostalgia for real.
Absolutely.
And the funny thing about it, I don't know what it is, but it's movies that are set in New York, bro.
I knew you was gonna say that. I knew.
I don't know what it is.
That. You took the words right out of my mouth.
Yes, we right here. That's why we right here. But it's just
it is the feeling. It is the feeling that you get when you
all of those films are like, ooh, yeah.
Yes, it's the feel that you get. It's just something about New York.
I just think y'all like East Coast. Y'all
I'm telling you, when I went to New York, I was like, "Ooh, I'm home." It's something about
y'all just like New York.
It is something. I wanted to go to an art school out there. My dad was like, "No, they'll run all over you," because New York is really, really fast. But it's just something about the scene of New York. And the feel that it gives you It's just like
Exactly.
it is. It's nostalgic, and I love it. I'm excited
Yes.
about this too. Okay, we can move.
Okay.
Notorious.
All right. So at this time, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to move on. We are going to go ahead and introduce our guest for tonight. We are so
Yes.
excited. This
Yes.
guest we have coming on is someone new to us.
New to
So
us.
we're bringing a beautiful new person into the TMR
Let me fix
family. Right,
myself.
right.
Hold on, y'all.
You're
Wait,
such
wait, 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 wait.
presentable.
Wait.
Look right. Fix your face.
Let's fix your
Make
face.
sure
You
you
know what your mama tell you. Fix your face and fix your
we gotta
Hair
clothes.
look
right.
good. We gotta look good. She's a professional. Okay, all right.
Yes.
So,
Yes.
so tonight's guest, we are going to be having a beautiful conversation with Domonique Howard. At this time, let me go ahead and introduce her. Domonique is a Los Angeles native. As a determined theater student at St. Bernard High School in Playa del Rey,
Mm-hmm.
she booked her first TV appearance in a Jill Scott music video entitled Whatever. We know that one. On Scott's sophomore album, Beautiful Human. In addition to high school theater, she continued to study theater at Vanguard University in Costa Mesa. Come on, Costa Mesa.
Theater?
All right.
That
Over the
cost-
course of the years, she has acted on various stages, commercials, TVs, and film sets, as well as guest starring on Bounce TV's In the Cut under the direction of Bentley Kyle Evans. In 2021, Dominique acted, wrote, directed, and released her first short film, Unchain Me. That was premiered in the I Will Tell International Film Festival and the Los Angeles Liftoff Film Festival. Currently, she's bringing her writing and directing debut to theater in her new monologue stage play titled Tired, Monologues of Broken Women. And this is going to premiere in April. So we'll get into all of that.
Woo-hoo.
Time, I would like
Excited.
to show you a little bit of her short film, Unchain Me. Check it out.
Yes.
Racism,
Womanism,
war. Dr. Maya Angelou once said, "I am the hope and the dream of the slave." How could that be when liberty as we know it only leads us to the grave?
yet we gave and give, and in return, never any credit. How many more parts of me will they try to edit? You said it, and it's all a lie. 2020 vision has definitely sharpened my third eye.
Unchain me. The marches, the protests, the arrests, the lynching, the murders, the injustice. How many more? Black lives only matter when we're just another number they're trying to score. For the economy, for prison, for the morgue, for us being the help, for being the entertainment, innovators, inventors. Reparations are further than 40 acres and a mule away from the wealth that we deserve, yet freedom is still an expensive price tag. In a country we built for free, yet being shackled is still our only bag. Unchain me.
Yet the bag, the luggage, the burden of being a black woman, always called upon to fix, save, heal, and repair, whether at home or on the job. But who's going to be there for us when we're tired of pretending to be okay, pretending to be so strong, being desired and taken for granted is just another day? My hair, my skin, my body, my essence. The world reminds me it's never enough. Black women are being rejected for the same exact thing they pay for to look like me, yet expected to carry the mental, physical, and spiritual burdening of having to be so tough.
Unchain me.
You want to know tough? Every day is a battle whether or not I'll get out of bed. Then the war starts of my racing thoughts, constantly sewing bundles of depression from anxiety's thread. Why am I here? Who am I? This world makes me feel unworthy, cheapening my limit to way below the sky. I believe the real pandemic
is us feeding our fears. With injections of poisonous vaccines of oppression, hell, these masks ain't strong enough for our tears. Ain't enough Lysol and quarantine in the world to sanitize the war of the mind. You gotta get up and stand on the front line, severing all viral ties that bind.
Let me live.
Let me be. Let me breathe.
Unchain me.
Amazing.
Yes,
Amazing.
yes.
I loved it.
Please welcome to the
Dominique.
show, Domonique Howard.
Woo!
Welcome.
Woo!
Hey y'all, can you hear
Dominique.
me okay?
Hi.
Yes.
Yes.
Can you hear us?
Yes, we can hear
Loud and
you.
clear. Thank you.
Okay, great.
Beautiful.
Beautiful.
Oh, so beautiful. Look at that smile. Thank you so
Wonderful
much.
job. Wonderful job, Dominique. That was beautiful.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
So, what don't you do? Tell me what you don't do.
That's a lot. That's a lot. We can sit there
So you sing,
and
you
talk all
act,
night
you
about what
know.
I don't do and what I won't do.
Okay.
No,
I love
that
it.
was a beautiful film. When did that take place, and when did you write it, and what inspired you to write that and direct it?
So I wrote it during the pandemic.
Okay.
2020. We filmed it at the end of 2020, and I released it for Black History Month 2021.
Oh, nice.
Oh, wonderful.
Nice. And of course, the pandemic and all the things that were going on during that time, is that what inspired you?
Yes, because it was very, as we all know, it was very a heavy time
Yes.
for a lot of people, and me being the empath that I am,
Yes.
I'm like, okay, how can I release all of this energy? And so normally, I like to take artistic approaches to eradicating the stigma around mental health. I
Yeah.
saw a decline with a lot of people. I listen to people, I watch and I observe, and I just get inspiration from surrounding, what's surrounding me or what's going on in current world and current world news. And I just put it through the art, or sometimes, and then also I like to give a voice to people who necessarily don't know how to articulate what it is that they're feeling. So
Right.
that's important for me too.
Oh, well, that's good. That's good. So this is the first time, and I know I've mentioned this to you, but this is the first time that we're having someone on the show that we know nothing about.
Nothing about.
Nothing about. No connection. We don't know each other from a past life. We don't know each other. How this happened was I ran across your project that we're going to talk about. And I was so intrigued by the title and the cover. I love the illustration. And it left me like wondering all these things. And I was like, whoa, first of all, that's what we do here. We're called the Monologue Room, and we have a live show with, several actors that are performing monologues. And so that's a whole nother thing besides our podcast. But it just intrigued me. And I was telling our other girl, Brittany, the producer, I was like, yo, we have to have Domonique Howard on.
We have to.
Domonique Howard. I was like,
we have to. I did my due diligence, and I ended up on your Instagram, and down the rabbit hole I went. I was like, why haven't we known about Domonique Howard before? What are we doing?
Yeah.
What's going on here, y'all?
No pressure.
Yeah.
No pressure at all. You're just fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. I mean, it's so interesting, and I've talked to Marina about this for years now. How we kind of pass each other. We're ships in the night a lot of the times, but we're so interconnected. We have this synergy, and I will get into what I'm going to say, but God has a way of just bringing us together. So at this
Yes.
point, I'm just gonna say it's timely. It's meant to be that we come across
Absolutely.
you and we're able to bring you on the show. And I thought it was so freaking cool when Marina was like, so she has a show coming up in April. So we have to have her on the show in March. So
Yes.
it has to be the last week of the show in
Yes.
March so we can make sure we promote our show.
Correct.
So like I said, it's just
I appreciate that. Thank
so
you.
Yes.
yes,
Of
absolutely.
course.
So it's
Of course.
extremely timely, and I'm so grateful to kind of be able to know you because your face is definitely familiar, and I know why. I've seen you before in different things. So this was so cool to be like, oh wow, okay. So here we go. We're doing the thing we set out to do in the beginning,
Yes.
meeting people, making those connections, and
Yes.
definitely pushing and hopefully propelling whatever they're working on out to folks to
Yes.
to also come in and support. You know what
Yes.
I'm saying?
Yes.
So thank you for being here. Thank you for utilizing your talents and your art to kind of like make the world at least livable, because
Yes.
one of the things that I loved about your short film Unchained, this was exactly how I was feeling at the same time. And I even started writing poetry at the same time, but now I know how I could have instituted my art in that way, and I thought it was beautifully done.
Thank
The music was major, like everything
Yes.
about it so
you.
beautiful. So that's just my I'm gushing right now, but to
Oh, it's
to
fine.
get to a
I'm
to
regular, I promise you.
get to kind of getting to know you a little more, my question for you is, what was your inspiration, seeing that you kind of started early? You started your acting career in high school.
Yeah.
What was that like? Like, were you the kid who, stood in front of the TV and pantomimed all the things that were happening behind you for the show? Like you were putting on a show, or was it something, you just kind of fell into as a extracurricular activity in high school? How did this come about?
Well, I started as a kid on stage before high school. I was
Wow.
elementary school, junior high school. I started writing a lot in junior high school, and
Okay.
write like skits and short plays and stuff like that, because I was always doing something. But I was never in front of the TV. I was in my room trying to figure out that's where I was. So crazy or needed medication or something, so I had to do it
Okay.
Are you the only child, or do you have a
No,
lot of
I'm the eldest of three. I have a brother and a sister, and they have nothing to do with art. They're talented in their fields. Like,
I'm just about to ask
Yeah,
that
I was
question.
gonna
So,
ask that.
in the same
I was
field?
gonna ask that
Okay.
too.
Yes.
yeah,
Yeah.
and
That's
to answer your question too, with high school, that's where I got an agent, and I was a kid in high school who would leave school during the day to go audition.
wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
So my
Okay.
the attendance office worked out a deal. It's like, it's their big audition. They knew what was going on. They knew I wasn't really,
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
it worked out well. Good time.
Cool.
That's wonderful.
That's that. Okay. I went to a high school that was a performing arts school, and we had one or two in our school that would every time she would come back, we would be like, so where were you? Who were you on the set with? You were that girl at your school. Okay. All right. Okay. That's pretty cool. I mean, it's something about, how this acting thing has kind of followed each of us in our own way. And it's really interesting to know that some people have the opportunity to start young. Because for me specifically, it didn't happen to me. It didn't happen for me until well after college. So it's really cool that your initiation into the acting world, into the industry, was really young. Let me ask you this: how was your transition from a child actor or a child artist looking to break in to now being an adult in the industry and continuing your career? How is it? How has that been?
Wow. Okay. So after I did it up until maybe my first year in college. I had
Oh.
another gig. I was probably did some print work or something. And after that, I actually stopped for a very long time.
Wow.
There was a period of time where I wasn't doing it at all. I was working a corporate job, going to school part-time, just living a regular life. And and then actually hated it, if I'm being honest.
Yeah.
So with going through all of those challenges through that time frame in my life, it actually pushed me back into it. And I had lived in Las Vegas for a little bit, moving from LA. Then I went to Vegas, and I was surrounded with all this entertainment. And I'm like, okay, you know what? I'm going back home, and I'm getting back to it. So as soon as I moved back to LA, I just hopped on the stage play. They were accepting ensemble people, and I'm like, yes, I'm doing it. I needed that shot in my vein, to get me going again.
To get you going.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah. So that was
okay. So
go ahead, Britt. Go ahead.
No. Ask your question, Marina.
So you said ensemble. So you sing too.
Oh, I mean, just background, just a kind of a side thing. It's not
just a little bit.
It's not full focus, just a little oohs and ahs occasionally.
Just the oohs and ahs. Okay.
Them oohs and ahs gotta be on key. That's all I gotta say. So that you doing something. You doing something.
I like them oohs and them ahs.
Right.
Sometimes
them oohs and them ahs be making them songs for real.
Right.
Yeah. There's something else. They're a powerful, component of a song.
Yes.
Go ahead, Britt. Go ahead. Ask your question.
Well, I wanted to ask. So, so going from, because theater was your start, your base. You got into print, and then you went straight back into theater. Now, let me ask you, what is do you have a favorite thing about theater that will, you'll always come back to it? Or do you think that, at some point you want to transition to film and just stay over there? Or it's no comparison? Because I started film and then I got into theater and I was like, oh, this is cool too. So I'm just curious, where does your heart really lie? Like, where do you see yourself in a few more years?
While a lot of people in the industry may shade this, but theater is home for me. If I could do that, every day, I would. I like the adrenaline. I like the difference of the audiences, every night. I like the challenge of, you better have it together, because there's no cut to do another take.
Got you.
And that's how I started. That's what I'm used to. So
yes.
And then when I did
for me,
little,
that's a special person. No, I said, and myself, that you're special to me, because I'll be forgetting, I'll be stuttering and stumbling, and be asking me, like, what am I supposed to say next? So y'all are special,
Yeah. Well, because I love to rehearse.
Very special.
I love to rehearse. I'll rehearse 1,500 times a day if I have to. I love it. Absolutely love it.
Wow.
Crazy. I'll be in the studio for 16 hours on a shoot, rehearsing or doing whatever. And I'm absolutely okay with that.
And you know what? I always say that I'm a theater major, and that's what my degree is in. And it is nothing like an actor or an actress in theater. And I don't think that, I'm not going to say it like that, but if you were not trained in theater, being an actress and actor in film is one thing. Let me say it like that. And being an actress and actor in theater is a whole different ordeal. And like you said, there's no cut. There's none of that. You have to be off book. You have to know your place. You have to know where you need to be. You have to know your cues. And if you do not, then it's not like film. And I always say that the best actor or actress is someone that was trained in theater. And switching over to film is okay, but it's like, if you're on stage and you're off book, you're gonna make for a hella performance, okay?
Yes.
Hello. When
Right.
people give their praises to Angela Bassett and Denzel Washington and Viola
Yes,
Davis, I said theater. Angela is Yale School of Drama.
absolutely.
You
Theater.
know,
Yes.
Denzel
Yes,
Say that.
New York. You know,
yes,
Say
they're
that.
trained actors first. And when you see
Background.
Viola do
Mm-hmm.
her snot and her
yes.
tears, that's theater.
And
Yeah.
you can tell when the actor has been trained properly. And I
Mm-hmm.
hate to
Yeah.
say it like that. I hate to, pin them between the two.
Yeah.
But
Mm-hmm.
yes, once you're a trained actor on stage, I think it makes for the best actor or actress. Period. Hands down.
Yes.
That's my opinion.
I agree.
That's my
And I
Absolutely.
don't know anything about acting or theater, but I
You can,
agree.
but you can also because you can tell the difference.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You can
Oh
look at
Absolutely.
yeah.
Meryl Streep and see that she was in theater. You can
Yeah,
see her
Yes.
inflections and nuances.
absolutely.
Even even on screen, you're like,
Uh-huh.
oh, that
Right.
Uh-huh.
woman broke down that script and she sat in the middle of the floor in her room and she did the work. You can always can't
Right.
deny the work.
Yes. Yes. It
And
is. Yeah,
and
absolutely.
like I said, coming from a Marina and I met
Yes.
in college. We're both alum of the same college.
Yes.
But the interesting thing is I really didn't know when we met because we met working in our student union.
Yes.
I didn't know Marina was a theater major. I had this bright idea because I was the kid who wrote. I was
Yes.
the non-talkative, very shy kid who liked to get their feelings out on paper and then like hide them from people. So when I, discovered myself, discovered my voice, started to come out of my shell in college, I decided to take a theater class. I ended up having, I think it was theater for non-majors, and Marina ended up having her senior class. Her senior class, we graduated together. Her senior class, my senior year, and I think I TA'd for the teacher that you were in the class with, Marina.
Uh-huh. And then I cast you in
And
my project.
yeah, and she cast me in her senior project.
Yes.
And when I tell you, she put a lot of trust in me.
Okay. Did you come? I'm sure you came through. Did you come through?
You
Yes,
know
you
what,
came
Marina,
through.
I'm gonna let Marina tell it. I can't because I feel like I didn't do a good job. That's just me. But I have to say the reason why I broke that down for you is just trying to be there for my friend,
Yeah.
not having any, real training and being in that space. It made me love not just acting for film, but just the art of storytelling
Mm-hmm.
in that capacity so much more than capturing moments on film,
Yes.
because it is something so very different.
Mhm.
It is like it's a relationship.
It's intimate.
It's very intimate.
It's
It's
intimate.
so beautiful. And when you feel an actor drop in, when you feel the characters are connecting, when two people are talking to each other,
Mhm.
whether it's off world or if it's, in the past, and they're actually talking to each other, it's so amazing.
It is
So that's why I
amazing.
asked the question, like how attached are you to it? Because at this point, I'm really attached to it. Surprisingly, I never thought I would be
Man.
that in love with theater
Mhm.
or that in love with acting, but it's something really, really special. So
I will
I
say
respect,
I will say, y'all, I am not a theater major,
Mhm.
but y'all talking about it so passionate, y'all make me want to go to school. So I'm
Okay.
about to go enroll into a class and learn this love that y'all have for
And
theater.
and
Yes,
and I'm
yes.
glad you brought up that word passion. I want to know
Mhm.
the passion behind this project that is coming
Yeah.
up. Tell us
Yes.
all about it as much as you can without
Okay.
spilling all
Y'all
the
put it in the
beans
comment
that you don't want to
section.
spill. Tell us
Mhm.
all about this project. Tell the people that are watching what this project is and what it means to you, and how they can be a part or and attend to watch it.
Oh, first of all, shout out to my girl Kim Cohen. She's actually writing. She did the graphic for the show, so
Oh,
she's
nice.
Okay.
and
Nice.
All right.
yeah. So I began. There she goes.
Yes, it's beautiful. I love that.
Yeah,
I love it.
it's beautiful. So I began writing this. I started in 2019, and
Okay.
I developed the concept in 2019. And I said I want to do a show for women. At that time, I wasn't fully sure of where I wanted it to go, but I knew that I need to write something about women being tired. I wanted to give a voice again to the voiceless. So I started, and then back in 2020, when we were all sitting at home and we all had nothing to do, I picked back up on it, and I finished it in 2020. But then I kind of shelved it because, sometimes as creatives, you go through doubts,
Yeah.
and I had questioned: do people want to see this? Is this where we are in the industry? People want to hear something like this. Will this be okay? Because people are so overstimulated with junk and toxicity and reality shows and stuff like that. I'm like, well, I don't know if I should do it. So for the longest time, I shelved it, honestly. And I kept it in my laptop and really didn't tell anybody about it. Maybe one or two people knew about it. And I mentioned in passing as I was just writing. And so fast forward to September of 2022. I was on vacation with my family, and we were out of town, and I'm in the middle of the pool and we're partying, and I most likely have a cocktail in my hand of sorts, right?
Yes. Sounds about right. Yeah.
And so my cousin, who is a clairvoyant, if you will, an energy reader, she's having, of all places, a download in the middle of the pool. Okay. And she looked at me dead in the eyes. She said, "Oh my God, you have a production inside of you that you have yet to release." And I just froze.
Wow.
She had no idea. She knew nothing.
Wow.
Right. So I'm just freezing. And I said, it's in my laptop right now. Yeah. I couldn't even argue with her. I couldn't. She got it. She was seeing right through me. Right. And so, so she said, "What are you waiting for? You have 1,000 questions in your head of how you're going to get it done. And that's nonsense. Just do it.
Yeah.
Just do it. The world is waiting on you to do it." So I said, okay.
Wow.
And so by October, that next month, I said, you know what? That's what I'll do for my birthday weekend. I will debut my show. So I made the decision in October. By November, I started pre-production. In December, I was fully cast and had a location and everything. And so, again, it's the empath in me that took all these ideas and developed these characters, because everybody knows a little bit of somebody in this show.
Yeah.
I have 9 people in the show, but 7 of them are monologues. And I wanted to make something that was relatable. So I pulled from everywhere, conversations, things I overheard, some things I let my imagination just go away, but I wanted to give voice and give reason and let people know that sometimes it's okay to just be tired without knowing what the next steps are, knowing what to do about your situation. It's okay just to say it out loud. It's okay to tell your story or admit or own or divulge, because guess what? No matter what we go through, no matter what we experience, it ain't new under the sun.
True.
So I want people to not be ashamed of their stories and choices that they made or some experiences that they have, because, it's enough to carry, mental weight. So I wanted to give these characters an opportunity to release that weight.
I love that. Yes. I love that. So when is this happening? When is this birthday? Big deal.
Yeah, opening night is my birthday.
Oh, wow. Fantastic.
April 7th, then April 8th and April 9th. So it's 3 nights, 1 weekend.
Okay.
Okay. Oh my goodness. Go ahead, Britt.
So I have 2 questions. My first one is more technical, and I wanted to ask because there's always, it seems like us creatives have this desire to once we get it in our spirit, we want something to happen. It just turns out that we end up doing it all. So my question to you is, once you wrote it, how did you work yourself into then saying, I'm going to be in it, I'm going to direct it, and I'm going to produce it overall? Like, how did that transpire? And well, excuse me, not write it. You said it's written by
myself.
Yes.
You mentioned another person who was a part of the
I think she did the graphic.
graphics.
Yes.
That's what it was.
Yes.
Okay. So
He
getting
designed
all of that. So you did hand it off. You handed something off to somebody.
Yeah.
But
Do everything
Just a
alone.
little bit. Just a little bit.
how did you get to the point where you were like, you know what, I am going to do all of it? Because a lot of times we, especially me, we put it off like, no, you don't have to wear all the hats. But you sometimes can, and you sometimes should.
Yeah.
So I wanted to ask you, how did you hype yourself up, and when did that become your your desire to put this on?
Well, first of all, I am not in the show myself. I just want.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Okay.
Yes. Number two, I have experience with producing theater. So I produced a production years ago called Homeward LA, and there were monologues about the homeless, but they were actually about real people. So I put that together with the director and the actors. So I pulled from that experience and applied that to my own. And so that being said, I also started my production company at the beginning of the year. And I said, I need to do everything because I need to be so hands-on, whether I know how to do it or not. I need to at least learn something new. I need to challenge myself. I need to stretch and grow, because somebody did ask me, hey, why don't you just delegate some of these things? And I'm like, no, I need to do everything.
Yes.
And so when I do get to the point where I do delegate in later productions down the line, I know how to delegate.
Yeah.
I want to do it without knowing how to give direction. That's how I roll.
Yes.
So for the most part, I'm doing everything. There's little, odds and ends that I need help with, because there's some things that are certainly not my lane, and I'm aware of it. Don't ask me to draw anything. That's what you know what I mean?
Right.
It's not my lane. It's not.
Right.
I don't do hair, but my best friend would be on set doing hair, because that's what,
I love that.
I have people in my village who have purposes, and it's working out beautifully. So, but the groundwork, the leg work, the writing, the locations, the rehearsals, all the admin, the promo, I do it alone, and it's okay. It's okay.
Yeah, I feel like when something is your baby, and you're giving birth to it, you have to be.
I was just about to say that.
It's delicate, and you have to handle it with care. And who's going to handle it better than the person that's giving birth to it? And that's how I feel about all the projects that I have. It's just like, okay, delegating is but you have to really, really trust that person to handle it and take care of it with you. And once you find those people, it's like, oh, okay, you can rest in the delegation. You know what I mean? So I totally get it. Hence, the two people that are here with me side by side, I trust them with, with this, and trust them with outside things that we do. And so I totally get it. And kudos to you for doing all the groundwork and doing what you have to do to give birth to this project, because I believe it's going to be awesome. I just, by the illustration and by the background of it, and then you also being who you are, I know it's going to be awesome. I'm excited.
I appreciate that.
Yes.
And I just commend you. I actually was just thinking about the same thing. When God gives you something, it's very important that you take care of it. So when you hold it dear to your heart, God is going to give you the discernment to see who can I pass this off to.
Right.
Who's gonna look like me.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
And if you don't have that connection with that person and with God, who is going to lead you to the right people in the right place, then you will abort your. Oh, I'm getting excited, y'all. You will abort that pregnancy. So,
Right.
you know, I commend you, man. I just love the fact that we have young Black women that's out there doing it big and trying to make it happen for themselves, not depending on a man, a best friend, mom or daddy, or whomever else to help you with your project. So
your vision, what you
you are
aspire to do.
amazing.
Yeah.
All of you women are amazing, and I am here
Oh,
for
we love you. Thank you, Buggy.
I'm here. Yes.
Okay. So
I got a little excited there, y'all.
So where is it going to take place? Where? What venue?
Theater 68 Arts Complex, and it's in North Hollywood.
Oh, nice. Okay. You guys out there, listen up. We want you to go and support. We want you guys to go and see this. And we have the link to the tickets, right, Brittany?
Yes, we do. So it's going to be down on our ticker. Take a look. Please write down this website.
Yay.
It's tiredtheplay.brownpapertickets.com, you all. That's tiredtheplay.brownpapertickets.com. Please head on over, check it out, get all the information on the dates and ticket prices, and please support Dominique. Now, I have one last question, and we're going to get into something special we have planned with you, Dominique. I hope you're ready for that. But my final question is,
I'm a little nervous.
because, I believe this is a very important part of the theatrical world. Can you tell us how important monologues are to you as an actor?
Yeah.
Because we're the monologue room, and that's
what we do.
I have gotten from Marina and from my own experience is that it's a space for actors. But I would love to hear, you said 7 of the 9 pieces in Tired are monologues. So there's something that you're trying to get across. And I just want to see what that is. What do you believe a monologue means for an actor and for a piece of work?
I'm a storyteller. And so the way I approach, whether I'm acting, film or commercial, whatever it is, my approach with these monologues is I'm potentially saving someone else's life telling their story. That's how I approach. The first time I met with my actors for our read through, I said, approach the characters as an empath. Feel their feels, feel their transitions, dig deep, break the script down, because there's this specific show, these people are crying out for help, essentially.
Yes.
And so you're that person, you as the actor is that person that's either going to save them or it's going to fold. So that's how I like to approach monologues, because there's so much that's said and there's so much that's not said. And so how can I help you work on the things that are not being said? What's your transitions, what you getting emotional, with you like stopping and pausing and reflecting. I go like line by line. What are the primary emotions? What's the emotional tone in this piece?
Yes.
How are you going to save this person's story by the way that you tell it?
I love that. Thank you.
That's
for sharing.
So beautiful. Yes.
Thank
Yes. Ooh, yes. I knew you was gonna have a fantabulous answer for that. I just had to ask it to you. So at this time, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for sticking around with us. We want to kind of slow it or maybe even speed it up a little bit, but just take a turn in terms of what we're doing, and we're going to get into something special tonight. It is now time for a game.
Look, we
All right.
dancing.
Yes. So tonight we have a musical monologue challenge on the board. Tonight's game is a musical monologue challenge. All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, what we have going on is I've given Dominique some lyrics. Okay. Both my co-host, Miss Boss Lady, and Sam do not know anything about these songs that I selected for Miss Dominique. And what she's going to do, she's going to choose one of these songs and she's going to deliver the lyrics to this song to us as a monologue. All right. Now, those of you who are watching in the audience, you are also participating in this. Please write down your answers at the end of Miss Dominique's delivery of her monologue. And I'm going to give you a few seconds, Miss Dominique, and then you are free to go as you please. All right.
Okay.
Here we go. A musical monologue challenge at right now.
It's the kind of dream that can't be sold. We were right until we weren't. Built a home and watched it burn. I didn't want to leave you. I didn't even want to lie. I started to cry. But I remembered. I can buy myself flowers. Write my name in the sand. Talk to myself for hours. Say things that you don't understand. I can take myself dancing. And I can hold my own hand. Yeah. I can love me better than you can. Something like that.
Okay. Okay.
You better give.
You better
what
work.
It needs to be. Okay.
You better work.
That was
this is
good.
why I love this show.
Girl, I was
This
like,
is why I love this show.
wait a minute.
This a little cold read because I was like, what's this song? Okay, let me play. Okay, we'll do
Yes,
it.
because I have no idea. I have Bucky, you know what song that is?
Uh-oh, where's Bucket? Oh, we lost Bucket.
Okay, but I don't know what song that is.
Okay. I'm gonna tell you, Miss Dominique, I was not aware that song could be that dramatic. Now the lyrics are fabulous. But the first line, I was like, what? Wait a minute. Oh, okay. I'm good. I didn't even know. I was like, wait, I picked the songs.
I'm so caught up on the monologue. I'm like, wait a minute. I don't know what this is.
Because when I read the song, I read the lyrics, I said, oh, she cussing them out. She cussing them out.
Yeah. She's giving it to him.
Yeah, I don't know what song this is.
All right, Marina, you're on the. You don't have a clue. Anybody in the audience? I think we got a Bruno Mars. When I Was Your Man. That's a good song, but no. Any other guesses from our audience? Any other guesses?
I don't see any guesses in Facebook, so I don't know.
Okay, all right. So, ladies and gentlemen, Ms. Domonique Howard just delivered Flowers by Miley Cyrus.
Oh my God.
Yes.
Now you get it.
I was like, I've heard this song before.
Girl.
But no, I like this version better. See, that's why I told you. I told you to give it up. I told you.
I need to give it up and let you take the rights over to this.
Oh. Yes,
that's hilarious.
Absolutely.
So guys, so in the audience, people that are watching, if you do not know, we do a game every show that we have with the people that come on, and whether the guests, we do musical monologues, we do other games, and tonight is a musical monologue, and Miss Dominique Howard just delivered. Ooh, you did that.
Thank you.
Flowers by Miley Cyrus.
Thank you.
Oh,
Who would have ever
God.
thought? Man,
That was good.
I'm telling you. That's why I love this game. That's why I love the artists who come on, the talent that come on, because you never know. And like you said just a second ago, you're telling a story, you're saving somebody's life, and even that little thing, it spoke to me for sure, because I was confused and I picked the song out. I was like, wait, this is deeper than I remember reading. This feels different.
Yeah,
Girl, you did
I
that.
love that.
Okay.
Thank you.
You did that.
Absolutely. I just want to thank you so much for participating, wanting to participate in that game. I know putting you on the spot like that is a little hard, and I hate to do it, but I like to do it. Clearly, I keep doing it to the guests. So thank you for allowing me to utilize your talent and to stretch yourself and be comfortable and perform like this in a cold environment. So it just proves to us even more how much of a talent you truly are. Thank you very much. Thank you.
I have one more question. Is there anything, other projects that you're going to be in besides the one that you're producing, and so that we can look out for them?
Stay tuned.
Stay tuned.
Okay.
Stay tuned.
Okay.
That's
so
all
you
I
guys
can
stay
say
tuned.
right now.
So you guys stay tuned to Miss Dominique Howard. And where can they find you?
Yes.
Find me on the Instagram.
Okay.
At it's in French. Je suis Dom, JESUISDOM. That means I am Dom.
Yes.
French. You can find me
Okay.
there.
Okay.
That's where
fantastic.
I announce the news.
Yes.
Okay.
You guys go ahead and follow Ms. Dominique Howard. Thank you so much for coming on. We really appreciate you. We want you to come back and let us know how the show went, what future looked like, and all that good stuff. We hope that you enjoyed us for the first time ever meeting each other, and we want to keep this relationship going with you. So we have your back. If you need us, we are there. Thank you for coming on. We appreciate you.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
It was an honor.
Absolutely.
I'm honored that you considered me. Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Sure. Thank you.
Absolutely.
Mwah.
Thank you
Have a
so
good night.
much. Take care. Have a wonderful night. And we'll be in touch.
Yeah.
We're going to go ahead and show your poster again. Make sure you follow at Je suis Dom. This is Tired. Monologues of a Broken Woman. You can find her tickets at let's get it back up. It's going to be on the ticker down here. It's tiredtheplay.brownpapertickets.com. Make sure you go over and check out those ticket sales. Support Dominique. Thank you once again.
Thank you,
Dom, for being with us tonight.
Hey.
We appreciate you again. Have a great night.
You too.
We'll see you.
Good night.
That was so good.
Yo.
I missed it. You know what?
Yes,
I know. I'm sorry, boo.
No,
Brittany,
we don't know what
you have to move the
happened.
graphic. Okay, there we go. I can see your face now.
Wait. I'll say
We're here. We're all here.
God, my whole system just went out. I was just like,
oh no,
the devil is a lie.
So I'm on my seventh.
Oh no. Okay, so look, that was a great interview.
Yeah.
Normally, guys, we know everyone, or we know them beforehand, or have worked with them in the past, and bringing them on to the show. But however, she was somebody new, somebody fresh that I just so happened to run across on Instagram and felt the need to promote her and her project and to just give her light. And that's what we're about. We're about putting people in the spotlight and giving them their flowers right now and showing up for them and promoting them in however way we can do that. And so we just want to say thank you to the people that have tuned in to us. I know I think we have we have projects that I can mention, but we've been up here a while now. I think I can post them to the page. I think
if you'd like to.
I think I can post them to the page. I think I can post them to the page, but we do have. Go ahead, Bucket.
Wait a minute. I need to know how did the game go. I didn't play the game.
Oh yeah, he missed the game too. That's right. You missed the whole. You missed the whole thing.
The whole
Dominique.
game. You're gonna have to
Dominique
play it
killed
back.
it. I know.
And now
So
I run out the room, come in here, grab the cell phone, and do it. That's where I'm at. I wasn't finna miss the ending of the show.
I know. I'm so sorry that you missed it. Dominique killed it.
Dominique killed that. You're gonna have to go back on YouTube and watch the replay.
Yes. We'll do a couple clips on our social media of her gameplay.
Yeah.
So keep an eye out for that.
She did that. But that goes to show that we have no control over what happens in between the shows. We don't have control over technology. So if one person go out and have to come back in, that's just the nature of the game. And Bucket, I'm glad that you came back. Thank you for coming.
Yeah.
Thank you for coming back, because we looked down and you were gone.
Yeah.
I'm glad that you made it back. But Dominique, she delivered that. She delivered that well. I just want to. I hate that. I'm so sorry. We do have auditions lined up, and also film festivals that are coming up. Brittany, did you want to go over that? I think we're at our mark though.
Yeah. What we could do, just keep an eye out. Keep an eye out on our social media. We don't want to go over too much longer. We kept you all for a good solid 2 hours, and we appreciate each and every one of you being in the chat. You guys made our chat pop tonight, so thank you so much. As usual, we usually go over a couple of things in terms of keeping you busy, keeping our actor friends who are in the chat, in the audience, busy.
I'll take it to the page.
Yeah, let's go ahead and let's just go ahead really quickly, Marina. I want to go ahead and show them at least one of the graphics. Do you have the who's actor real quick?
Wait, say that one more time.
Who do you have looking for actors on Casting Network really quickly? Because I don't want to leave without offering a working opportunity. The other things like the film festivals will hit up on social media, but I want to make sure people get some work.
For the casting opportunity, I think every show I've mentioned to go to Casting Networks, sign yourself up for auditions where you can submit yourself. For this opportunity, this is a commercial that shoot dates are April 13th through 14th. The casting company is Richard Jordan. The project name is Travel Like Your Parent. And this is going to be a commercial for a well-known luggage brand. And they have like special locations. They're looking for 3 distinct characters to fit. They have feature backgrounds that they're going to be paying, which can be non-union. They're going to be paying $300 flat. Also, they have principal roles that they're going to be playing, which is $1,000 for both days, and that's also non-union. And they also have actually 2 principal roles that they're going to be paying for $1,000 for both days. And this is a commercial for a luggage brand, well-known luggage brand, that will take place in several locations, and they're looking for a character that met along the way. They're looking for a present day daughter, and they're also looking for a 1979 woman. Those are the actual characters that they're looking for. If you are interested, you can hit me up, or you can contact Richard Jordan Casting, or you can submit yourself to Casting Network and submit yourself for this commercial. And the shoot dates are April 13th through the 14th, if you are an actor and you're looking for work.
Absolutely.
That's it.
Wonderful. Okay. And just for our own promotion, we want to encourage you to reach out to us at browngirlsproduction79@gmail.com. If you have a short film, if you have, content, if you just think you popping and you need some help, you want somebody to support you, hey, here we are. So so you can reach out to us once again at browngirlsproductions79@gmail.com. Or you can send us clips, let us know what the clip is about, and we would love to be able to support you all who are pursuing your careers, whether it be behind or in front of the camera, any way we can. And so just reach out to us, let us know what's going on, so we could put some people together, bring some folks together, put you in contact with somebody who could, help you move up and move, laterally or up in the world of filmmaking any way we can. All right. So that is all for tonight. I want to thank you all for tuning in. As always, I have been your host, Britt. You can follow me at Nicole MKGM23. All right, that's on the Instagrams. Miss Boss Lady right in the middle. You can follow her at Marina Monet on IG, and our lovely gentleman of our group at One Great Guy 10_31. That's Mr. Sam Peoples at One Great Guy 10_31. And of course, we got to get y'all to follow us at the Monologue Room LA on IG, Facebook, YouTube. We have a Twitter, guys, that we never post to, but you can follow us anyway. And we now have a TikTok. All right. So go ahead and follow us at the Monologue Room LA on all platforms. If you enjoyed the show, make sure you like, comment, share, send this out to some friends. If you know some actors, if you know some producers, if you know anybody who was in the film industry who could utilize any of this information or be entertained on a Thursday night, let them know. All right.
Yes, we are here every other Thursday. So meet us here.
Yes.
Meet us here on YouTube and Facebook. We're going to be here until the walls fall down, until the wheels fall off. Okay?
Yes, absolutely. Once again, thank you everyone for tuning in. We appreciate your time. We appreciate your feedback and your comments. Y'all made the comments off the chain tonight. We love you. We appreciate you. And until next time, peace.
Peace out.